Hello, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Sandy Cruz, and I create videos and products, all things I. That is anything that you used to do on paper that you can now do on your iPad or on a tablet. And if that sounds fascinating to you, be sure and subscribe and hit the bell so that you'll be notified whenever I have new iStuff to share with you. All right, in this video, I want to show you something I am super excited about. This is the scripture memory book, and I created it to go inside the iCompanion, or you can use it as a standalone book. You don't have to have the iCompanion, and you don't have to put it in the iCompanion. I put mine in the iCompanion because I want the extra tabs, because I'm adding some extra things to it for myself. But the scripture memory book and the system works without the iCompanion if you don't want all that extra. Even if you have the iCompanion, if you want to use it alone, you don't have to put it into the iCompanion. I'm going to show you how to put it into the iCompanion, but not in this video because it's going to get long, and I don't want this video to be really long. I just want to tour and touch on the system and tell you about the system, and then I want you to go and watch the paper version, and that will be linked below like I mentioned. All right, so this is the cover. This cover is the index. These are the folders that are included in the scripture memory book. The first tab is your scripture bank. This is where you're going to be adding scripture. You're going to be saving up, adding to your bank, investing in, just like you would a bank account. You're going to be adding scripture to this section. And then you've got your daily, and that section is designated for the current scripture that you're studying. Okay, so the way this works is you have one scripture behind daily. You're studying that scripture until you have it down perfectly, and you don't have to look at it. You're comfortably reciting the reference and the scripture without having to cheat. And once that happens, then you move it to one of these tabs. Of course, when you start out, all these tabs you see here are empty, so there's nothing behind these tabs. But you're going to be building up this library, and you're going to be reviewing them. The only scripture you're going to be studying is what's behind the daily. The rest of them are going to be review. Okay, so like I said, once you have this one down pat, it gets moved to the first available empty slot, which would be the next tab. Okay, so once you add that, you go to your scripture bank, you get another scripture, move it to daily, and you start studying that one. Okay, once you have that one down pat, and this could take you a day, this could take you a week, it could take you a month. No rush, no race. This is strictly you go at your own pace. All right, so once you have this one down pat, you move this one into the next empty slot, which would be even. And you go to your bank and you move a new scripture into the daily slot. Okay, so memorize, memorize, memorize. Once you have this one down pat, this one is going to go into the next tab over, and the one that's in the next tab over is going to be rotated over to Monday. Now keep in mind, this is new to me. I mean, I've got the system set up exactly like the paper system is set up. However, because I've not been doing this and I don't have a full scripture memory book yet, I'm still a little fuzzy on some of the things. So, I might say one or two moves wrong, but you'll get it once you watch her. I have to keep refreshing because, like I said, I don't have cards behind these tabs yet. So I'm not seeing how it all plays out till I get to that end. Okay, so now I've got one behind odd, I've got one behind even, and I've got one behind Monday. I'm going to go to my scripture bank and I'm going to move one into daily. So as you can see, the daily is always being studied. The other tabs are always being reviewed. And the way this is set up is you're not reviewing every single scripture that you've ever memorized every single day. They're being rotated out in such a way where you're hitting them in a strategic pace, and it's consistent so that you never forget all of those scriptures that you remember. All right, so now, like I said, we've got 4 cards in here now built up. All right, we've memorized daily. We're going to go ahead and move daily over to the even. Since the last one went into odd, what comes out of even is going to get bumped over to Tuesday. All right, so once we rotate out to where we've got the week filled up, then we're going to start adding and bumping, rotating over to the month. All right, so let's just say, and like I said, you're going to get, this is going to be a lot clearer once you watch the paper version. All right, but what I want to paint the picture of is way in the future when, let's just say, we have 99 scriptures memorized and 1 we're memorizing. Okay, so there's the 1 here. Then we've got odd and even, that's 3 cards. And then we've got 7 days, and that makes 10. And then we've got 90 left. All right, so out of 100 scriptures, there's 90 in the month tab, and behind each day of the month, and let me just show you how that looks. All right, so you've got 31 tabs here. It's going to be hit and miss. It's going to get a little sketchy at times because not every month has 31 days in it. So this will probably not have as many scriptures in it as these do. All right, so what happens in the month is, since I said we've bumped and rotated and studied, and we've got 100 scriptures in here, 90 of them are already made it to the month tabs. So that means you've got approximately three scriptures behind each one of these tabs. Okay, so this is what happens when you get to that point. So let me just go ahead and come back to this one. All right, so this is what happens when you get to that point, when you've got, 99 scriptures under your belt, and you're still rotating in brand new scriptures, and you're reviewing all those 99 scriptures strategically and consistently. All right, so like I said, we've got 100 cards in here. We come to our daily, study daily every single day. And then let's just say it's the 17th and it's a Wednesday. All right. So after we're done studying our daily, the 17th is odd. So we come to the odd and we review the card that's behind odd. Then, since it's Wednesday, we scroll to Wednesday and we review the card that's behind Wednesday. Then we come to the month and we hit the 17th and we review the 3 cards or however many cards are behind the 17th. Okay, so let's say we've just got done doing that. Tomorrow we come and it's the 18th. Okay, so tomorrow we come to our daily, we study our daily, and then since the 18th is even, we go to the even tab, we review the scripture card that's behind the even tab, and then we come to Thursday and we review Thursday. Then we go to our month, and then we go and tap on the 18th, and then we review the cards that are behind the 18th. So you can see every day you're coming, you know which one you come to. If it's the 19th, it'll be the 19th. If it's the 25th, it'll be the 25th. If it's a Monday, you'll go to the Monday and you'll study the Monday. That way you don't have to study every single card every single day. And you don't forget the ones that you already know. And you're always studying a new scripture. And like I said, it doesn't matter how long it takes you to memorize that scripture. A day, a week, a month, an hour, just however long. And then, you rotate everything through. And you've got to keep rotating everything through so that you are strategically and consistently reviewing. Okay, one other thing I want to point out is there are 2 ways to add to your scriptures. All right, so behind the cover page, I've added some cards. There's 4 cards, 4 colors back here. Okay, and they are all linked. If I tap on the I, it takes me back to the index. So no matter what card I'm on, I go to the I, I tap on the I, it takes me back to the index. So you can bounce, jump back and forth, go to the I, go to Monday, go to the I, go to Tuesday, tap on the I, and go to Wednesday. Okay. So these 4 cards can be duplicated over and over and over again as many times as you need them. I have put the line in the middle so you won't notice the line when you get yours, but you can add the line. I've added the line because I like to do the reference on the top and write out the scripture on the bottom. I tried typing out some of the scriptures. I don't like typing the scriptures. I like handwriting my scriptures. That's just something that's real enjoyable to me, is writing scripture with my own handwriting. And the line is very easy to draw. Let me just show you that real quick. You're going to turn on your drawing tool and then make sure the shapes tool is selected. That's how you're going to get that very, very straight line. So I've got the shapes tool selected, and let's select a color. Let me do the purple so it'll stand out. So then I'll just draw a line across, and even if it's a little wiggly and squirrely, it makes it perfectly straight. And then I'll just lasso and center it just however, wherever. If you want the lines, I like the lines so that it's very clear where I'm writing everything. And also when I study, I make sure that I hide the scripture and I'm only looking at the reference. And I only scroll down if I get stuck or after I think I've got it. There's another way, and this kind of has its pros and cons. Goodnotes has a flashcard feature, and it's kind of cool, except for, it's got a little bit, it's a little bit unorganized, put it that way. But what's really neat about it is, let me come to a blank one. Here's a blank one. Okay, so when you put a blank card inside your memory book, this is what it looks like. It's kind of got a faint line, and then it says question. You put your reference up here, and then you put your scripture down here. And then when you're ready to study them, you hit the 3 dots and you scroll all the way down to the bottom and you hit study flashcards. And then it will only show you the reference. And then, you can, try to recite, the reference, the verse, and then the reference again. And then after you've done that, you can go ahead and tap on the screen. It reveals to you the scripture. And then you have options down here. You can either, if you didn't know it very well, you can hit again to be sure that Goodnotes shows it to you again. You can hit the middle ground where, you did okay, but you still want to see it periodically, or you can do easy. And I haven't really played with this enough to know the behavior, but I have a feeling that when you hit easy, Goodnotes doesn't show it to you again, or it rarely shows it to you. All right, so you hit one of those and then it takes you to the next card. I'm going to do again. And then so here I just see the reference. I'll try to do the reference and then I'll go ahead and tap, and then it shows me the scripture. And then again, I can give it a rank. That's what this bottom row is, just kind of ranking how well you did. The downside to this is no matter what section or what tab section you have the scripture cards in, Goodnotes is going to take you through every single one of the cards. So it kind of defeats the purpose. You can skip them as you go if you want to, if you know that's not one of them, but you really don't know, is this one behind a Monday? Is this one behind a Friday? Is this one behind the 17th or the 18th? So it kind of defeats the purpose. If you wanted to do a full-blown review of all your cards, this would probably come in handy. The other downside is the size. if you look at this up against the size of the memory book, they're much wider. And I don't know about you, but you know, that's kind of bugs some people. So if you don't like that, then these are provided for you. So you can go either way. As you can see, I've got a mix. So I've got some cards. Some of them I've typed out, and there's no eye candy. There's nothing cute on here, and I've typed them out. I don't really care for that much. And then I've got some to where I've added a sticker, and I've written out in my own handwriting. I've written out the scriptures. So let me know what you think. This, to me, I really wanted this. I mean, I couldn't wait to get it done and start using it, and I am using it, and I'm loving it. I enjoy writing the scripture and decorating the scripture cards as much as I enjoy memorizing it. And that contributes to memorizing as well, because you're writing it out, you're decorating, you're putting something cute on the page, and you know, you're organizing it. And like I said, build up your bank so that when you need a new card on your daily, you can just go to your bank and withdraw one of those scriptures. You just decide which one you want to use. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I mentioned, I'm going to show you how to put this in the iCompanion in the next video, but you can start using it now as is. You don't need it in the iCompanion now. You can start adding scriptures and start using it, and then, you know, wait for the video for me to show you. I didn't want this video to take too long, and I didn't want it to be, you know, too much to learn in one video. And like I said, be sure and watch the paper version, because she explains it in so much more detail. And because it's paper, I think the light bulbs will go off a little bit brighter, and then you'll be able to come back to the companion and you'll see the same tabs with the same labels, and then all you'll have to do is go, aha, put the scripture card behind the tabs. Yes. Okay, so that is the scripture memory book and navigating it. That was the tour. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up so that YouTube will send more people over to my videos so that they can enjoy this too and learn these things. So yeah, until the next video, you have an outstanding day. Bye.